Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Aftermath series. Let us waste no time at all and dive right into this week's episode of Critical Role. So the Mighty Nine started off the episode with the meeting with the Bright Queen. I guess now at this point, the party has now taken the side of Xhorhas, and they are still a bit concerned about that decision, and they feel like they may not even have made that decision yet. It is very clear that Bo is trying her best at a diplomatic approach to this whole situation. She is trying to limit the amount of casualties that happen in this conflict, and her ultimate goal really is to just end the entire war. And Caleb's main goal in all of this is obviously to take down the Cerberus Assembly, who he believes is the main cause to the war and all of the terrible things that happen within the Empire, which is pretty much true. They are the ones who started this war after all. So given this scenario that the Mighty Nine have found themselves in, it definitely feels like most of the pressure and responsibility falls onto Bo and Caleb, considering they are the ones that are really from the Empire and have deeper connections. Nott is obviously also from the Empire, but she's not as well connected as Bo and Caleb. But it is rather interesting to see Bo care so deeply about limiting the casualties of war. We haven't really seen this side of her. And, well, she also has to deal with the fact that she still is a part of the Cobalt Soul. And she's worried that if she really does pick a side, rather than trying to stay neutral and trying to find a resolution to the war, she may be exiled or possibly killed. And she most certainly does not want to let down Dairon. So the pressure and the stress really is on Bo and Caleb to make sure everything goes smoothly and that they don't mess up what they do. And a minor thing during this meeting with the Bright Queen, it was just really cute to see Jester get all flustered and trying to impress the Bright Queen. Not too important of a topic, but adorable nonetheless. And because the Mighty Nine have helped the dynasty and gave them this information of this potential invasion, they were rewarded with 15,500 gold. That is an insane amount of money. It seems that the dynasty is trying to buy the Mighty Nine. Maybe they sense that their allegiance is not fully in favor of Xhorhas, which honestly makes sense from the Mighty Nine's standpoint because, as we know, the Cerberus Assembly is more or less on the evil side, and so by that extent the Empire can be seen as the bad guys, but we also don't know everything about Xhorhas and the Kryn dynasty. We only know what the Kryn want us to know. And obviously they're only going to tell us the good things, because why the heck would they tell us the negatives? So it's very possible that both sides have very big negatives and both can be seen as the bad guys depending on your perspective, which is one of the themes that I love about this campaign. It's the idea that everything seems pretty morally gray. It's just a matter of what you believe in and where you stand on any given topic. Except Lorenzo. Fuck Lorenzo, he's evil. Anyways, moving on. We got to learn the two Dunamantic spells that Caleb got this episode. This sort of Fortune's Favor and this Alacrity spell. Both very awesome utility spells that I'm sure will get plenty of use. And moving on to the whole stakeout slash whatever the heck you want to call that second half of the episode. The suspense leading up to it and all of their planning and stuff was very real. Even just all of them taking watch and just like preparing. Oh man, like I was freaking out. I was anxious as heck. Anything could have gone wrong. And I wouldn't necessarily say things went wrong. They just went a different way than what they all thought it would. But going back to the watches they were taking, and a little bit back to my comments on how the pressure really falls on Bo and Caleb, Caleb, at the end of Bo and Caleb's watch, said that he was glad Bo was here. Now, obviously a very minor comment, but it does mean that he's happy that he has someone to maybe share this pressure with, someone who understands what he's going through, someone who supports him, and they want to support each other, and they both are seeking similar goals in taking down the corruption of the Empire. Caleb feels relieved that he finally has another person that he can rely on and feels that he can open up to. And then another minor thing, but what completely blew my mind and made me flustered a little bit, I'll be honest, was the return of Vex's voice. Oh my, how I have missed that voice. It was an absolute delight to hear, And it sort of fit Jester really well with what she was trying to pull off. Hopefully we can see some of it again very soon. So it's pretty clear that with this whole scenario that happened this episode, that first meeting that took place wasn't the blonde guy. It was just some other third party or something else. This place, the Overcrow, just happens to be a place where shady figures meet to discuss some business, as Morrow had stated. But that did not make it any less interesting, because it was clear that the Hobgoblin and this Drow fellow know of Yasha, or should I say, the Orphan Maker. Now, we were already aware of this title, however, we weren't quite sure of Yasha's thoughts on it. Obviously, she seemed a bit put off by it. She didn't like it too much, but after hearing those two people say it towards her in a rather malicious or demeaning manner, something definitely triggered within Yasha. And what was it that the Drow and Dragonborn were talking about? Something about the Bazarzan? I am probably butchering that, mispronouncing it, I don't know, but what is the Bazarzan? Is that an old tribe or faction that is somehow related to Yasha's backstory? Perhaps the Drow is familiar with this faction or tribe or entity, and Yasha obviously did something to upset them, which would probably lead the Drow to not like Yasha very much at all. Now, the only reason why I am assuming that the Bazarzan is related to Yasha's backstory is because after the episode aired, a Twitter post had made mention that Yasha realized what the Bazarzan was only after the episode was over. So I can only assume it does relate to her backstory somehow, i.e. a tribe, a faction, or a potential leader. But it is very clear that the Drow desperately wants to settle a score with Yasha, so we'll have to wait and see, and I have full confidence that Yasha's gonna kick this guy's ass, no problem. And maybe, just maybe, these are the chains that are binding her. These are the chains that are holding her back from achieving her true self. Let us hope that is the case, but we are going to have to wait 1 week to get some answers. I am so ready for Yasha to unleash those wings and open up a can of whoop-ass on this Drow. And with all of that being said, we are going to wrap up. Let me know all of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions during this episode. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next week.